So we're going to go to the next one that I have a cranium for, which is Ardipithecus Ramidus at 4.4 million years old. And both of these guys, for the record, they're found in Africa. So Ardipithecus Ramidus is super interesting for a couple of reasons. It's my favorite hominin, actually. So Ardipithecus Ramidus was discovered in the 1990s, but it wasn't published on until 2009. Tim White and colleagues sat on it for a really long time, and it's this wonderful skeleton. So in the case of a lot of fossils in general, you'll have partial, remains, teeth, bits and pieces of skulls, bits and pieces of long bones, but it's really, really rare and wonderful to find partial skeletons. And that means, when you've got the skeleton more than just the skull, that can tell you a lot more about how it moved. So the first thing you want to do when you look at Ardipithecus Ramidus is assess it for our two traits. Does it have a big brain? Nope, it's a total pinhead. A little teeny tiny brain, just like we would expect for something very early on in human evolution, something very, chimpy looking kind of. But when you flip it over, that foramen magnum is forward again, and it is unambiguously forward, right? Because you've got the connection of these bones all up the side. It can't be anywhere else other than right here. What that means is Ardi sat with its head directly on top of that vertebral column, standing at least upright with a posture more similar to humans, than any other great ape. But in addition, Ardipithecus Ramidus has part of the pelvis preserved. Human pelvises are really weird. They're really unique. And they're directly related to how we move. An animal that walks on all fours has a really different pelvis than an animal that walks on two legs like us. And the pelvis in general can be broken up into three bones, the ilium, the ischium, and the pubis. In humans, that top part of the pelvis, the ilium, is really short, and the bottom part, the ischium, is also really short. And the reason that both of them are short is because we pack gluteal muscles on the side, and that's what helps us stay upright, right? Stand upright and get on one leg, if you're watching this video, or just anywhere where you are, as long as you're not like driving or something, and you'll immediately feel your glutes activate to make sure that you can balance and stay upright. We use our glutes to run. We use our glutes to walk for long distances. Chimps have really weak glutes, but ours are powerful. We need that short, outwardly flaring ilium to pack those muscles on. So when you compare a human and a chimp, they're both really short, so you can pack them outwards, where in chimpanzees, they're really long because they're more like these thin slabs. In Ardipithecus Ramidus, the top part of the pelvis, the ilium, is short like a human's, but the ischium is still kind of long. It's literally transitional in a part of a collection of bones. You couldn't ask for a cooler transitional fossil.